General Kulkarni. Sir, is this going to be his main challenge, these radical outfits and CSOs?
Karthike, thank you very much. You know, to say radical organizations, to say that this kind of a thing exists, it has a historical baggage. And that historical baggage rests on land, resources, nationalism, the differences between the various communities there. And therefore, much that you might want to get tougher. When I joined the army way back in 76, 77, until date, I find the things haven't changed very much, except the only way forward, as I see, is to have both and all communities, Kukis, Ho, Meiteis, everyone have a stake in Manipur, and that they must continue to live together, exist together, move together. And in a situation where we feel that things were normalizing, things were looking up, and I have no doubt the governor is doing an excellent job. Things were looking up. You saw what happened in the recent flood where everybody came forward. There are certain perceptions where things can go wrong. I think sometimes a particular, well, to call them radical, yeah, if you want to call them radical, it will be fine. But then they have their own aspirations, and each one have a right to their perception of a particular organization. Having served there, having known the people from both the Metis, the Kukis, the Zos, the Nagas, and everybody there, worked with them, interacted with them, it, it is nothing that cannot be resolved. And at this point of time, when the things were looking normalizing, even if you want to pick up someone, obviously, when there are disputes, there are bound to be leaders. Leaders come up in this kind of a setup. They will have certain kind of a background. They will have the ability to mobilize people, and they would have certain things to say, right, wrong, indifferent, whatever be so. My personal take in such issues is when things are wrong and when the things are getting normal, it is so much better to do things a little more carefully, more discreetly, in a more fashion. Because if you have a particular person picked up, Kanan, let's say now Kanan is the man who's being picked up. Then you have all the MLAs rushing up to the governor saying, okay, I look into it. The CBI picks him up. The civil police says, well, we are not responsible. It leads to crisis, leads to burning, self-immolations, this and that. Again, going back to square one in a state which is so sensitive and it's borderline, smuggling goes on. Everybody's, at it, whether it is drugs, weapons, whatever. I think a little more, my personal take is a little more distinction shown in the arrest of individuals and a little more sophistication shown in the arrest of individuals may lead to normalization rather than a situation going out of hand. That's my take. That's it.
Professor Ramanand Singh, your opening comments, it's not as if the role of the radical outfits are not known. Everyone knows that, these radical outfits were calling the shots, running over the lawmakers, having more say than lawmakers, which lawmakers should have had. This resolute and the firm steps taken by Governor Bhalla, your comments.
Thank you, Kartikeya. I first of all would like to say that the resolutions to tackle the situations is the one way, one thing, and another thing is how to resolve with the consensus with the public is another different way, because the governor should understand the situations and the sensitivity of this matter right now. Because after 2 years of turmoil and the violence in Manipur, if you start with some actions which may touch the heart of the people, that will be a big challenge for him, and there will be a lot of hurdles behind the any kind of actions. Only thing is, Manipur situation cannot be seen simply one way. It has to be seen in different contexts, because people are so much fertile, very sensitive, because one way or another the situation has been emerged again and again. For example, after 2 years of violence, you have already following this since long. Now recent incidents of Siroi festival, where the Manipur word was not allowed to use in a bus carrying the journalists, which also ignite the situations little further in the case of Manipur situation. Similarly, another case like the arrest of Arambai Tenggol is another, the situation which has erupted because people are angry at the situation now. So our governor has to see the situations. Yes, he has to tackle, he has to bring kind of situations under normalcy, but he has to see what is the sensitive area or where is the matter which are going beyond a certain hand. So one thing is people trust is very important. I will not say that the CSO and the radical organization is a hurdle to the governor resolve. Rather, it will be helpful if he is able to use their support in the